Nile crocodile. It is one of the most powerful animals on Earth, and its bite is a big reason why. Found across sub-Saharan Africa and parts of the Nile Basin, the Nile crocodile has a bite force that reaches around 5,000 pounds per square inch. That is enough to crush bone without effort. The jaws close with extraordinary speed and lock onto prey with a grip that almost nothing can break free from. What makes this animal even more remarkable is the patience behind the attack. It waits, sometimes for hours, mostly submerged, with only its eyes and nostrils above water. When prey comes close enough, an antelope drinking at the bank, the strike happens in a fraction of a second. The bite is not just force, it is precision applied at exactly the right moment. Hippopotamus. Among land mammals, few animals come close to the bite force of a hippopotamus. Though it is largely herbivorous, feeding primarily on grasses, its jaws are among the most powerful of any mammal alive today. The bite force of a hippo has been estimated at around 1,800 pounds per square inch, and its canine teeth can grow to nearly 50 centimeters in length. Those teeth are not used for eating. They are weapons, deployed during territorial disputes between males or when the animal feels threatened. Hippos are responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than almost any other large animal. They may look slow and lumbering on land, but in water they are fast, agile, and fiercely territorial. A single bite from a hippo can cut a small boat in half, and encounters in the wild rarely end well for whoever provoked them. Jaguar. It has the strongest bite of any big cat in the world, relative to its size. Found across Central and South America, particularly in the Amazon basin and the Pantanal wetlands, the jaguar uses its bite in a way that sets it apart from lions and tigers. Rather than suffocating prey by clamping the throat, the jaguar bites directly through the skull. Its bite force reaches around 1,500 pounds per square inch, and the structure of its jaw is unusually broad and short, which concentrates force efficiently. This technique allows it to crack open the shells of river turtles, pierce the thick hide of caimans, and kill prey instantly with a single bite to the head. It is a remarkably efficient predator, and that efficiency comes almost entirely from the design of its jaws. Spotted hyena. It is one of Africa's most successful predators, and much of that success comes from its jaws. The spotted hyena has a bite force of around 1,100 pounds per square inch, strong enough to crush the thigh bone of a giraffe. The teeth are built for it, broad, dense molars called carnassials that can grind through material that would break the teeth of most other carnivores. Hyenas eat almost everything, including bones, hooves, and horns. Almost nothing is wasted. The calcium from consumed bones actually turns their droppings white, a visible sign of how thoroughly they process what they eat. Often dismissed as scavengers, spotted hyenas are in fact skilled hunters, killing the majority of their own food, and their jaw strength is central to how they compete with lions, leopards, and wild dogs for food across the savanna. Gorilla. It does not hunt, and it does not need to. The gorilla is an herbivore, eating fruits, leaves, bark, and stems. But the muscles required to chew through tough vegetation, fibrous stalks, and hard seeds have produced a bite force estimated at around 1,300 pounds per square inch. The jaw muscles of a gorilla are anchored to a prominent ridge along the top of the skull called a sagittal crest, and those muscles account for a significant portion of the force it can generate. In displays of dominance, or in rare confrontations, that bite can be devastating. Gorillas are generally peaceful animals within stable social groups, but when threatened, the power behind their jaws is a serious deterrent. It is one of those cases where extraordinary physical capability evolved for one purpose, digestion, and ended up serving another. Great white shark. It has one of the most studied bites in the animal kingdom. The great white shark's bite force has been estimated at around 4,000 pounds per square inch, though results vary depending on the size of the individual. What makes the bite of a great white effective is not just force, but design. The upper jaw moves forward and downward during a bite, and the teeth are serrated and triangular, engineered for cutting through flesh and bone. Great whites are found in cool coastal waters across the globe, from South Africa to California to southern Australia. Most encounters with humans are exploratory bites, rather than predatory attacks. The shark investigates with its mouth, often releasing after the first contact. That first contact, however, can be catastrophic. The mechanics of the jaw allow it to remove large sections of tissue in a single pass. Snapping turtle. It is easy to underestimate a turtle. The common snapping turtle, found across North America in freshwater lakes, rivers, and marshes, looks slow and unremarkable. But its bite force, relative to its body size, is among the highest of any animal. Measured bite forces in large individuals can reach over 200 pounds, and the beak-like jaw has no teeth, just a sharp, hardened edge that cuts cleanly. The alligator snapping turtle, a close relative found in the southeastern United States, is even more powerful. Its jaws can snap through bone and have been measured at forces that rival much larger animals. The snapping turtle uses a lure, a small worm-like appendage on its tongue, to attract fish within striking range, then closes its jaws with a speed and force that gives prey almost no chance. It is a patient, efficient predator that has barely changed in design for millions of years. Tasmanian devil. For its size, nothing alive today has a stronger bite than the Tasmanian devil. Found only on the island of Tasmania, off the southern coast of Australia, this small carnivorous marsupial weighs around 8 to 12 kilograms on average. Yet its bite force, relative to body mass, exceeds that of any other living mammal. Estimates place its bite force at around 1,200 newtons, which for an animal that size is extraordinary. The jaws open remarkably wide, and the teeth are built to crush through bone just as easily as through flesh. Tasmanian devils are primarily scavengers, and their ability to consume an entire carcass, bones included, means almost nothing is left behind. They are noisy, aggressive feeders, and competition at a carcass often involves direct biting between individuals. The scars many adults carry are a direct result of how central biting is to their survival.